So we are walking onto the field right now where Jackie Robinson once played.
It's pretty cool, huh?
This is pretty cool.
I'm extremely proud and pleased to be here this afternoon.
I'm the underdog, I'm the underdog, I'm the underdog,
I'm the underdog, yeah, I'm the underdog. I'm the underdog, yeah, I'm the underdog. I'm ready for battle anytime we go to war.
What's going through your mind every time you step on this field?
It's just to think about the history, to think about, you know, the start of an incredible career, the start of just movement in society, and it's an honor to come here to go to work every day.
You get to manage a team that plays here on the field that Jackie once played in. What does that mean for you?
Everything. It's an honor to be here and to have that call it responsibility to continue to tell that story, to not only the story of Jackie Robinson, but also the story here in Daytona Beach, and both, and what Jackie Robinson meant to the game of baseball, what Jackie Robinson meant to society, and to have that part of history here in Daytona Beach, to have that I'll call it responsibility to continue to tell that story, to make sure that people know the history that took place here in Daytona Beach, whether someone's lived here for 20 years or they've been here for 20 minutes, and everything in between. To continue to honor that legacy is a tremendous honor, something that we think about on a daily basis.
Is there any spot on this field where it just hits you more than others?
I mean, I think once you walk up, right, just like we walked in here, you know, today, and, you know, to take a step back and to think about what took place right here at this very field, at this very facility on March 17th, 1946, and to really take a step back and appreciate what that meant, and appreciate what he meant to the game of baseball, to society, and certainly things that he did in his life after that. That was certainly a part of his story, right? And a part of that story on just what he was able to do, not only individually, but, you know, with Rachel and with others who supported him along the way, with Branch Rickey, you know, being willing to have those conversations, being willing to put these things into action. And then, yeah, to take someone like Jackie Robinson, who was able to do those things, was able to have those conversations, was able to stand up for what was right, and to put that into perspective is pretty amazing.
How does the history of this ballpark, this field, change your approach, if any, working here?
I would like to say you know, it's about community, right? And it's about that focus. It's about telling that story. It's about last year we were able to honor one of his teammates, Johnny Wright, who was with him, you know, here in Daytona Beach, and it's about diving in to that story. It's about you know, telling everything that there is to tell. And so, yeah, that's a focus of ours, and it's about you know, doing different things throughout the season. It's about wearing, you know, the number 9, which is the number that Jackie Robinson, you know, wore here in Daytona Beach. It's about telling that story, and so, yeah, it's something we think about every day, and we're fortunate enough as an organization to come here to work every day, right, and to continue to tell that story. At the south entrance of our ballpark here is the statue with Jackie Robinson. Was put in place in 1989. The ballpark was renamed Jackie Robinson Ballpark and is now on the National Registry of Historic Places. You know, personally, when I look at the statue, it's Jackie Robinson and 2 kids, and, you know, for what Jackie Robinson did in his life, what he did in the game of baseball, certainly what he meant to society is paving the way for future generations. That's what I think of when I look at the statue. You know, when you look at Jackie Robinson's life, when you look at what he accomplished on and off of the baseball field, that's exactly what he was doing. He was paving the way. He was doing exactly what he needed to do to continue to move forward. And that's what I think of when I look at the statue and what he meant to future generations.
What are the conversations like with the players, especially new players that may be coming on this field for the very first time that know the history?
Sure, and it's a large part of that conversation, right? And to not take that for granted. For those guys, they're, in the Reds organization and they're working on getting to Major League Baseball, right? And the players that have come before them that have helped pave that way, and Jackie Robinson is the leader of that. And for them to not take that for granted, whether they play, the next 10, 20 years, or they don't play next year at all, is to not take that for granted. And this is certainly a huge part of that story. And for them to understand, for us to relay that message to them, again, part of our responsibility to know why it's called Jackie Robinson Ballpark, to know what piece of history that this ballpark played in, and to make sure that they're aware of that as well.
If Jackie were here today, what do you think he would say to seeing this ballpark the way it is now? Or what do you hope he would say?
Yeah, that's a great question. I hope he'd be proud, right? I hope he'd be proud of the things that we've done to the facility, right? The things that we've done in the community, the different conversations, that we've had in the community, the different efforts that we have, not only for us as an organization, but also with our foundation, and just with some of the work that we do specifically with the city of Daytona Beach and around Little League Baseball. And yeah, I hope, that he would be proud of what we've done here, up to this point. And knowing that there's certainly still more that we can and will do. And I've never really thought about that. It's a great question, and yeah, at the end of the day, I hope he'd be proud, of what we've been able to do, and how we've been able to continue to tell his story.